Okay, so we're on the very last one for this section. We're asked to use composition. We learned about this on test 2, right? It was the first question that we did, except this time we're going to be incorporating the inverse function. So essentially, just a little refresher, whenever you're doing the composition, essentially you always work backwards, right? So we take this first, and then we plug it into the one in the front. So we take this first, and then we plug it to the one in the front. And the cool thing about this is, remember that these are kind of like opposites, right? So when you put one into the other, it's going to break everything down, and you're always going to get x, okay? So when you're asked to work these types of problems, the answer is always going to be x. So what we can do to solve this problem is either take this 5x plus 8 and plug it into this fraction over here, or we can take this fraction and plug it in over here, okay? I usually like to take this simplest thing, this one's the simplest one, and plug it in to the more complicated thing, okay? So now, we're going to take our simple thing, and everywhere that we see an x, we're going to now write 5x plus 8. So we have 5x plus 8. Because we're plugging in, I'm going to go ahead and use parentheses just for great practice. And then we're left with minus 8 over 5. Okay? So to get rid of parentheses, we check the power of the distribute. There's nothing anywhere, so we can just drop it. So we have 5x plus 8 minus 8 over 5. These 8's will cancel, so we have 5x over 5, and those 5's will cancel, and we're left with x, so it worked, okay? Now, you can do it the other way if you want to. It's not to say that it's harder. Sometimes it can be harder, but it's really up to you, okay? So now let's say you decided to work it the other way, and you wanted to take the more complex function and plug it into the simpler one. So now everywhere you see an x, we're now going to write this fraction. So that's going to give us 5 instead of an x. I'm plugging in, I'm using parentheses. We have this plus 8 over 5. Now, this is a little confusing. Sometimes you can cancel these 5's out, sometimes you can't. Remember that this 5 is dividing both the x and the negative 8. If this 5 was only dividing the x, you could not cancel these out because this black 5 is multiplying all of this stuff on the inside. And there's 2 parts because there's a minus sign, okay? You can only cancel if it's doing it for everything. So because this entire thing is being divided by 5, we're able to cancel these 5's, okay? And then we're left with this. Our 8's will cancel, and again, we're left with x. So however you want to work it is fine.